Hi guys, thank you so much for signing up for this DIY. Today we are doing some at-home spa treatments, including a sugar scrub for your legs and body and a foot soak. First, we're going to do the sugar scrub. You're going to need 1 part coconut oil. The recipe calls for half a cup, but if you'd like to half that, you can just use 1/4 cup. If you signed up for this DIY, I have put the coconut oil in this little jar here. There is about half a cup in that jar. Coconut oil does change in consistency with heat, so if it's hot outside, it might be a little bit watery, but what you want for this recipe is something that is solid but still soft. Next, you're going to need 2 parts sugar. I've put it in this medium-sized jar here. You're also going to want measuring cups. Like I said, I did measure out 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of coconut oil, so those are already measured for you, but if you want to half the recipe, then maybe you could use measuring cups. You're also going to need a small jar. You can pour out the sugar into like a bowl or something and then use that jar again. And you're going to want a mixer, food processor, or whisk, something to mix all of these ingredients together. And the last thing that you are going to need is a small mixing bowl. I have also included some Epsom salts in your packages. These are just extra. I'm not including a recipe for it today. You could probably put it in the foot soak. So to start, we're going to put our half cup of coconut oil into a mixing bowl. Then we're going to add our 1 cup of sugar and just mix that up. You're going to whip it for about 2 to 5 minutes until the consistency reaches something that looks like this. You just want the consistency of the final product to be whipped and a little bit soft with all of the ingredients fully incorporated. Then we're just going to transfer that into a small container that you can store it in. It should have a lid on it to prevent moisture from seeping in. Then you're just going to rub it on your skin while you're in the shower. You can let it sit for a minute, but it doesn't really matter. It's more of an exfoliant, and then you're just going to rinse it off with water. Next up is the foot soak. We're going to need some bags of chamomile tea. Chamomile is really good for relaxing and reducing inflammation in your feet. We're also going to need 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey, some sort of basin to put your feet in that will hold the water. I have included essential oil here. It's totally optional. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any in time to hand out to you guys. And then also a kettle, again, optional. If you can get really hot water out of your tap, go ahead, that's much easier. So the first step is to fill your basin with very hot water. You want something hot enough that the tea is going to steep, but also that you can let cool and put your feet in. Okay, then we're just going to add the tea bags to the basin, stir them around, and let them steep for, I put them in for about 10 minutes. Then once that's been steeping, you can go ahead and add 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey and also your essential oils if you are doing so. And then once it's all cooled down and everything is steeped, you can just remove the tea bags and let it cool until it reaches warm but not hot temperature. I actually ended up having to put some ice cubes in mine because I had let it sit for about 20 minutes and it still was not cool enough. So then you can just put your feet right in there. And this is a great time to use like a pumice stone or a brush if you have one of those, or you can give yourself a little foot massage. And don't forget to dry your feet off on a towel when you're all finished. And that's it for today. Make sure you sign up for next week. We're doing some really exciting things this month. Thank you so much, guys.